We're here on location at Sunnyside Resort in Lake Tahoe, California. We'll be performing for real people in a real restaurant with all the sights, sounds, and ambiance which go along with it. Our opening effect has recently become one of my favorites. It may only use 41 cents, but to many people, it will be worth its weight in gold. I get to show you something very near and dear to my heart this time. May I ask you to hold out your hand for me? Bet you haven't seen some of those for a while, have you?
Yeah.
Are you able to recognize what those are?
Sure, that's a
Mercury dime,
Mercury dime,
Buffalo penny,
head. No, that's a
Buffalo nickel. Yeah. And that's an Indian head penny.
Head penny. And what is that?
And that's one of the old quarters. I'm not sure what they used to call the old quarters. But I got these from my grandfather. You see, actually, on this end, we have a total of 41 cents there. There's a quarter, very old quarter, a dime, very old dime, and a nickel and a penny. When I was younger, my grandfather would share a story with me and the rest of the grandkids, and I've since inherited the coins that he would use to illustrate that story. So in order to keep that story alive, I will tell you that story the exact same way that he shared it with me so many years ago. Okay? You'd get the grandkids around and sit them in a circle, lay out the coins, and you'd push the first one forward, and you would say, a quarter, a quarter. The average person lets a quarter of their time slip through their fingers like water without realizing it's their life they're wasting. Now, killing time's not a simple crime, it's murder. If you're going to kill it, why not work it to death? The dime. It stands half as tall as a nickel, but it's worth twice as much. Same thing's true of a lot of people. Never judge by appearances alone. Now, one of these four coins is a Buffalo nickel. Same thing's true of a lot of people. At least one out of every four people is full of bull. Don't you be one of them. Now, if this penny could talk, this penny would say, save me, save me. Because pennies make nickels, nickels make dimes, dimes make quarters, and quarters make dollars. Now, the average person spends their money and then saves what's left. You do the opposite. Save your money first and then spend what's left. But don't be like the person who spends their whole life counting their money. 25, 35, 40, 41 cents. Because the person that revolves their whole life around counting their money may end up with a little bit of money, but with a life that's worth nothing. But as long as you live, study how to live, and money will come to you to play in your backyard just to see what kind of person you are. Now, as long as you live, never lose your sense of wonder. Okay? And then as he would take the coins, he would always end the same way. By taking the quarter and just with a blow, he would change that quarter into a piece of peppermint. And to this day, I can't eat a piece of peppermint without thinking about my grandfather. Had that peppermint about as long as that quarter. In the November 1994 issue of MUM, with Professor Putter on the cover, Steve and Lynn Conzen printed the routine upon which this is based. The original routine was performed with a silver dollar, a nickel, a dime, and a penny. I decided to perform the effect using pocket change because I felt a silver dollar might seem big enough to actually hide 16 cents. And yet, a quarter provides all the cover you need to hide the use of the thumb tip. Also, I wanted to make the effect something more than a test on addition-subtraction. I wanted there to be a positive experience when the hand was shown empty. Not, how many coins in the hand? Sorry. To prepare, Place the thumb tip into your right pocket along with the piece of peppermint. Then place the 4 coins into a bag or a coin purse and you're set. Empty the coins out and place them onto the table. And as you tell the story, simply place your hands into your pocket near the end of the story and still the thumb tip onto your right thumb. Place both the tip and the quarter into your left hand. Then place the dime into the thumb tip, followed by the nickel and the penny. The right thumb goes directly into the tip as you remove the quarter. Don't worry, the tip is perfectly covered by your grip on the quarter. Then show the left hand empty. Again, when you place the quarter back into the left hand, you leave the thumb tip. Take the coins out one at a time, removing the thumb tip along with the third coin. Show the left hand empty except for the quarter. To finish, scoop the 3 coins into your hand and then place them into the pocket. As you do, leave the tip behind as you pick up the peppermint in your loose right hand finger palm. Pick up the quarter and thumb palm it by curling in your index finger. Blow, indicate the magic has happened, and show the peppermint to finish a true presentation piece. Avoid the temptation to use this effect as a demonstration of the spectator's inability to add or subtract. Magic is not a secret use of a thumb tip, and it isn't about you being right and the audience being wrong. It is a practical impossibility, synergistically experienced by both the audience and the performer. So the real secret to the success of the 41-cent miracle is to structure a presentation that fools, yet does not make a fool of any spectator. You know, I was trying to impress my wife the other day, and to show you how desperate I was trying to impress her with magic. And she's seen a lot of magic. So I started with something she liked, which is silk, and as quick as I could, I got her attention. Okay, she seemed to like that trick, and as long as I had her attention, I decided to do a magic trick. So I took the coin, and I squeezed just like this, and it went straight through the material. But she wasn't fooled. She said, "Hey, do that first trick again." So all I did was blow, just like this, and again, I produced another silver dollar. She was starting to get into it. She says, "Do it again." So I did it again. But by this time, she said, "Hey, how about some really big money?" I said, "Some really big money? Well, how about some really big money? How about for a kiss? Would you give me some big money for a kiss?" She thought about it, and she said, "Okay, I'll give you a kiss for some big money." So about that time, I took her seriously, so all I did was blow, and I produced some big money. She seemed to be impressed, so I decided to go for broke. So I blew just like this, and this time I gave her not just big money, but credit cards. The problem is I haven't seen her, and I've been paying for it ever since. You know, the funny thing about credit cards, you have to be really careful, because if you're not... Whoops. Sorry. No, it's okay. All I have to do is blow and it goes back together. It's just a joke. Well, it looked real for a second, didn't it? The Jack Channon continuous coin production is one of the classic sequences which may be altered at will for a wide variety of potential routines. The nature of the technique makes it perfect for the production of a number of items. You could easily evolve this into an original routine by substituting other items, which in turn would change the overall presentational theme. Begin with a giant coin in your left coat pocket and a stack of credit cards in your right coat pocket. I take advantage of a coin pocket near the top of my coat pocket. This smaller pocket holds the stack nicely while making it possible to steal the cards without going all the way to the bottom of the pocket. You'll also need 2 silver dollars and a pocket handkerchief. Begin with a silver dollar finger palmed in each hand. Produce the first coin by pushing it to the right fingertips as you whisk the silk in front of it. As you show the coin, the scarf is draped over the left hand. Act as if you place the coin into the left palm, onto the center of the material, but retain the coin in the right hand. It's just a simple coin pass, leaving the coin in the right hand. Open the hand to show the coin gone, then reach through the center of the material with the right fingers to pinch the coin on the left palm. The left hand moves up, draping the cloth back over the right hand, and reveals the coin held at the right fingertips. This is a pretty production. But notice also how effectively it helps to conceal anything the right hand might be holding beneath the material. The left hand apparently places the coin in the left pocket, but actually holds on to it. Blow onto the right hand to magically create another coin as the left hand moves smoothly up to pinch the coin through the material. The right hand then drapes the handkerchief back over the left and reveals the coin at the left fingertips. Take the coin, apparently place it into the right pocket, but again, retain it in the right finger palm. Make the magic happen as the right hand smoothly moves back to the left, pinching the coin through the material. Again, the left moves the cloth over the right and takes the coin to the pocket. Instead of retaining this coin, drop it as you pick up the giant coin in the naturally curled left fingers. With a natural rhythm, the left hand comes up from the pocket and immediately grasps the coin through the material. And just when you need the cover the most, the right hand covers the left with the material. This time, as the right hand places the coin away, it picks up the credit cards from the right pocket. The right hand grasps the coin from the left as the left hand moves the material, drawing attention to the giant coin. Pause as that production sinks in. Then, place that coin onto the table, as opposed to putting it back into the pocket, and reach up with the left hand to take the credit cards through the material. To conclude, the right hand helps to spread the cards into a nice fan before brushing the material back to reveal the final production. As an alternate ending, you might want to consider, instead of stealing a handful of credit cards, you could, for example, steal a giant Hershey's Kiss, so that if you use the presentation of, "Did you give me a kiss for some big money?" you can produce the big money, and then as you place the giant coin away, say, "And then she, of course, gave me a giant kiss," and then set the giant kiss down. It's just another example of the versatility and latitude that you have with the Jack Channon continuous coin production. Tony Antonio is a close friend from Twickenham, England, and he developed the credit card quickie at his restaurant, the Piasta. If you work in an atmosphere where credit cards are handled, you might find yourself performing this eye-popping effect all the time. To prepare, cut a corner from a credit card. If you cut a corner off a portion which shows the magnetic strip, you could use it for almost any color or brand of credit card. Tony only uses one type of corner for all cards, but you might want to make up a couple of different ones so that you can show that piece freely when the time comes. To perform, clip the extra corner near the tips of the right index and middle fingers. Take the card in the left hand. To create the breaking illusion, the right thumbnail snaps against the edge of the card as you push the hidden corner into view. The left hand simply twists the supposedly broken corner of the card out of sight. Briefly flash the broken fake corner before curling it into the right hand thumb palm. The hands meet to rub the corner of the credit card before showing the final restoration. This illusion is so strong, Tony often performs the effect without using the extra corner at all. He simply creates the snapping sound, does a double take, and then seemingly restores the card. And that's the credit card quickie. The Jack Channon continuous production is a perfect technical vehicle for accomplishing an almost unlimited number of routines. You can combine this tool with the production of any items which naturally progress, and you'll have tailored a presentation which naturally fits your personality. Well, let's see if I can find something amongst my pocket change to show you a trick with. Yeah, how about I'll do the dime trick? The dime trick. Yeah, see, if I take the dime and make it disappear and come out my elbow, it's not that impressive because people think, well, maybe you're just real fast with your hands and maybe you can hide them between your fingers or something like that. But I'll try something a little bit different. I'll ask you to hold on to this dime and squeeze it as tightly as you can, okay? Close your hand, turn your hand upside down, and place it about right there. Good. Now, the only problem is, now that you know exactly what's going to take place, squeeze it so that I can't even see any element in there. Because it doesn't, because I don't want you to think I'm looking through and doing a trick in between your fingers or something. But I do have to make you think about something else. So here's what I'll do. I'll make you think about this penny. Okay? Now, while you're thinking about the penny, I can do a trick with the dime. Because all I have to do is squeeze like this. And now I've got the dime, and you've got the penny. There you go. But, now a lot of people... Now, here, I'll tell you what. You want to try it again? Okay, squeeze it tight, turn your hand upside down. Okay, no, you can see that it's a penny. I'm not going to cheat you there. Squeeze it tight, though. Turn your hand upside down, and I'll do it with just the dime over here. Okay, all I have to do is squeeze just like this. Oh, you're really squeezing tight. She said, okay, if I squeeze like this, maybe if you didn't squeeze so tight, your knuckles are turning white. Wow. Okay, I guess you got me this time. I've never seen somebody squeeze so tight. Oh, my gosh. Wow, no wonder I couldn't do it. I didn't stand a chance. Here, you can have that as a souvenir. Wow. Didn't know what I was up against. She's been working out. But, speaking of money and weird things, I was in Japan, and I changed some money at the bank, and I got the weirdest reaction when she counted my money, because she held it funny. And I exchanged a 20, and so she counted it this way. She goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, and 20, and gave me the money. Now, as I was walking away, I thought, maybe I better check, because I'd never really seen somebody count that way before. So I counted it myself. I counted 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wait, here, I'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 5 is 9, 14, 19. So I go back to her and I say, there's been a mistake. And she says, look, I've never made a mistake. I've worked here for 60 years, which I thought was unusual because she was like 30 years old. But she offered to, and that's what made me worry about the counting thing. But she counted again. So she says, there's 5, there's 10, there's 15, there's 16, there's 17, 18, 19, and 20. But now I said, do you mind if I count it in front of you? She said, no, I don't mind at all. I said, okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. No, wait. That's 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now I was $5 short. She said, it's the first time I've made a mistake in 75 years. Which really worried me because she'd only been working there 60. But she says, I'll tell you what, I'm going to teach you the magic. And the magic is what makes this all work. So she said, what you do is you count the money this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, and 20. And she gave me the money. I said, no, I'm going to count it in front of you this time because I don't want there to be any mistakes. She said, okay, follow along with me. That's 5, 10, 15, 16. She says, don't forget to do the magic. 17, 18, 19. She says, do the magic. And so I said, okay, if I take this and I snap, and I did the magic, and I finally got my $20. And that's when I quit. I said, no more for me. This effect was first printed in the underground classic Brainstorm in the Bahamas. I'll explain 2 ways to bend the penny. If you have a vise, place some cloth around the penny before tightly locking it in place. Then whack one edge of it with a rubber hammer. Another way is to place a cloth around the penny and to grip a little over half of the coin with one set of pliers, while you bend the edge of the coin with the other set. Try to minimize any scratching of the coin. I favor bending one edge of the coin as opposed to warping the entire surface. If the whole coin is warped, you won't be able to show enough of it to be convincing. But if you can show more than half, you'll be fine. Place this bent penny into the right pocket. Begin with a normal penny hidden in your right hand. Do at least one move, a vanish and reproduction, and one more if you like, using the dime. And then, with the dime on your outstretched left fingers, ask the spectator if they are right-handed or left-handed. As they make eye contact, the right hand acts as if it picks up the dime. Actually, the left hand turns palm down, keeping the dime, and the right hand places the penny into her hand, as your left hand helps to close their hand. Your right hand goes into your pocket and takes out the bent penny, holding it so it looks normal. Pretend to place the penny into your left hand, actually retaining it in your right. I just clip it in between, for example, the middle and ring fingers, as I apparently place it into the left hand. Make the magic happen, and then open to show the dime as they discover the penny in their hand. Then, keeping the dime clearly in view, pick up the penny with your right hand. Hold it at your right fingertips, and as you show how you want her to squeeze, thumb palm the penny. Give her the bent penny and help her close your hand as you do. Act out your failure, then have them open their hand to find their souvenir, and as you saw in the live performance, it's quite a shocking reaction when they discover that they have apparently warped the penny with the power of their own hand. Hornswoggle was originally printed by George Stark in J.G. Thompson's My Best. J. Marlborough significantly evolved the handling by altering the style of counting and turning the packet, as well as reducing the number of bills from 30 to 20. I believe it was Gene Castilian who came up with the coin ending. His method of accessing a silver dollar as a conclusion to Jay's routine was printed in Harry Lorraine's Apocalypse. For this routine, you'll need 4 quarters, 3 $5 bills, 5 $1 bills. Use newish bills for their crispness, or iron the best bills you can find. Be careful with new bills, however, because they tend to stick together. To construct the gimmick, simply glue, exactly as we have done, a $5 bill on top of a $1 bill. Use about an inch or so of rubber cement along the leftmost edge of the bills. Stack all of the bills, picture sides up, beginning with the 4 ones, followed by the gimmick, followed by the 2 5s. Finger palm the 4 quarters in the left hand as you remove the bills from your wallet. The coins will be held out throughout the entire routine. But don't worry, the handling of the bills more than adequately conceals them. Turn the bills face down so the back of a 1 shows on top. The glued ends are then pinched between the left index and middle fingers. As you count the bills to show 20, clip the folded over outer ends between the index finger and thumb. After the count, maintain the left thumb's grip, but release the finger's hold on the now lower ends. This flips the bills picture side up. Reverse count the bills to the table to show 19. Repeat the reverse count, keeping the glued ends towards the audience, again showing 19. Pick up the stack and retake the bills in the original pinched grip. This time the bills will be picture side up. Count to once again show 20. And again, when you release the left finger's grip on the far end of the bills, this time they'll flip face down. Reverse count the bills face down, this time showing a total of 15. Repeat this count, returning them to their original order. Retake the bills into pinch grip, and again, count 20. And as you release the bills, turn them face up and count them to the table for a total of 19. If you want to reset, make one more count to make sure that now you're reset, ending up with 19, make a magical gesture, and produce the 4 quarters to end the classic hornswoggled effect. Generally speaking, I believe the vanish and reappearance of a large coin is more impressive than it is with a smaller coin, such as a dime. But in this effect, not only does something impossible happen inside the hands of the spectator, but it seems to have been brought about by their very own powers. Even more, the resulting impossibility becomes a souvenir cast in bronze, effectively extending the moment of amazement as long as they keep that coin. In Hornswoggled, we have a complete presentation piece with a beginning, middle, and a logical yet surprising conclusion. Some may be concerned with the idea of holding out 4 quarters throughout the entire effect. But trying to steal the coins would seriously affect the routine's economy of motion. As it stands now, the coins are more than covered by the natural handling of the bills. A quarter in each corner, 4 coins, 4 cards, possibly the easiest thing that we're going to do all night. All I have to do is cover those coins just like this. No funny stuff. Nothing's happened yet. Yeah? Yeah? Everything seems okay? Okay, so here's what happens. All I have to do is I reach, nothing's happened yet, but if I reach down here, I take this coin and I toss. Just like that, 1 coin has traveled invisibly from the upper left corner to the upper, or from the upper right to the upper left. I'll do it again. All you have to do is reach down here, take, and toss, and it's happened again a second time. That leaves 3 coins at the upper left. I'll do it one more time. All I have to do, in fact, let's see. I'll do it with this final coin right here. All I have to do is take the final coin, give it a flick, give it a toss, give it a shake. The final coin has traveled instantly and invisibly. Oops, wait. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. They've all gone back to exactly where they belong. The matrix effect has evolved considerably over the last 100 years, after originally being printed as the sympathetic coins in the Art of Magic by T. Nelson Downs. Aldo Colombini's Snappy is one of the most simple yet surprising matrix effects available. For this, you'll need to construct a very simple gimmick. Take 2 quarters and glue them together so they overlap for about 1/4 of an inch. This gimmick begins beneath your fan of 4 cards. As the right hand holds the fan, fingers below, thumb on top with the gimmick underneath. 4 quarters are positioned at the 4 corners of the table. Move to the outer left corner, and as you leave a card on top of the coin, secretly deposit the gimmick there. Likewise, a card is left on top of each of the 3 remaining quarters. You will slightly reposition the cards to facilitate the Dingle Snyder pickup move. At this point, you are ready for the magic to begin. Make a magic gesture from the card at the upper right towards the card at the upper left, claiming 1 coin as passed. Pick up both cards simultaneously, executing the pickup move with both hands. Specifically, the thumb presses against the near edge of the tabled quarter. I'll give you an exposed view here. The middle finger is at the outer long edge of the card, and the index finger is curled on top. As you lift the cards, pinch the coin underneath, taking it along with the card. So the left hand picks up a single coin, leaving the gimmick behind as the right hand lifts its card and coin. Here's the actual situation taking place underneath those 2 cards. As apparently, this creates the illusion that the first coin has traveled across. Set both cards face down in their respective positions. Again, you make a magic gesture, this time from the inner left to the outer left, as you lift both cards. Only the right hand executes the pickup move this time with the right thumb picking up that card and the coin underneath it. But the left hand also picks up in the exact same way as when doing the move. Both cards are placed again face down in their respective positions. The process changes for the last coin. Pick up the card, fingers to the back, thumb on the face, and use it to scoop up the coin. Display the coin on the card to the audience. You'll now pretend to slide the coin in your waiting left hand, and as you do so, the right thumb clips the coin as you pretend to place that coin into the left hand. The right hand's card is placed onto the table with that coin hidden underneath it. Show the coin has vanished, and then the left hand lifts the outer left card. In doing so, it executes the pickup move, this time stealing the gimmick underneath the card. Only 1 coin is seen where there should be and is expected to be 4 cards. The right hand immediately lifts the card at the outer right and places it with the card in the left hand. The left hand moves forward, picking up all the cards at the revealing that the fact that all of the coins have once again rejoined back to their original locations, concluding a surprising yet very simple matrix. You can lap the gimmick if you're sitting down, but if you decide to simply hold on to the gimmick, there should be no suspicion as to its presence. Well, make sure these are just what they seem to be, a couple of half dollars. Nothing hidden in between my fingers or up my sleeves. One coin for each quarter. I think there's some chocolate hidden inside there. And we'll place one of those into each corner. And now all we're going to need are two cards, and it doesn't matter which two cards we use. So we'll just take those two, and perhaps I can have you hold on to the deck for me if you would. So now we have two coins, or two cards, 4 coins. I'll place these 2 cards right over those two just like that. Now all I have to do is take the first coin and just squeeze. And by squeezing and blowing, that coin vanishes. But it doesn't exactly disappear. What it does is it travels invisibly to join the other coin at the upper left corner. Now I'll do it again for you so you'll know exactly what to look for. This time I take the next coin. All I have to do is give it a shake and a toss, and the second coin vanishes. And the second coin travels to the upper left-hand corner, leaving 3 coins in the upper left-hand corner. But now you know what to look for. Now you know where it's going to happen. This is the coin to watch. You know exactly what's going to take place, and I'll even tell you when. At the count of 1, you should be getting ready. At the count of 2, this coin's going to be halfway there. At the count of 3, this coin will arrive right there. So now you know what, you know where, you know when, and here's what it looks like. At the count of 1, you should be getting ready. The count of 2, it's on its way. At the count of 3, it's already over there. That's 4 coins across. For my version of Matrix, you'll need 5 coins in a deck of cards. Begin with one of the coins inside the deck of cards. Cleanly display 2 empty hands and 4 half dollars as you arrange them into a square. Pick up the deck and give it a quick overhand shuffle, freeing the coin to fall into left-hand finger palm. Toss 2 cards onto the table, set the deck down, and pick up a card in each hand. As you cover the upper left coin with the left-hand card, add the finger palmed coin underneath. The right hand covers the coin at the lower right corner. With the right hand, take up the other upper right coin into French drop position. Execute the fake take and show that the coin has vanished, and immediately pull back the card to show the 2 coins together. Load the concealed coin beneath the card as you call attention to the 2 visible coins. Recover the 2 coins carefully, but be careful not to clink them together. The left hand picks up the coin at the lower left corner and takes it into French drop position. However, you won't actually execute a French drop. Instead, you'll perform Michael Skinner's version of Marlowe's spider vanish. To do this, the right hand takes the coin in classic palm, while the left hand tenses in a way which arouses suspicion. The right hand makes a magical sort of toss towards the upper left, implying emptiness. After a brief pause, gesture with the left hand, subtly showing it empty. Lift the card and show 3 coins at the upper left. I like to use a bit of time misdirection here and not rush into the final load. Instead, as openly as possible, show that there are indeed only 3 coins. Then load the extra coin at the lower right as you show the 4th and final coin. Pause as you prepare the final moment of magic. Take a card in each hand, executing the pickup move with the right. With a gesture, show nothing hidden beneath the card in the left hand. Then as you snap the cards together, secretly transfer the coin from the right-hand card to the left. Of course, you can now casually flash the underside of the right-hand card as you place the 4th coin at the upper left. For the countdown finish, lift both cards, executing the pickup with the left hand. On 2, execute the pickup with the right hand, and finally, lift the left-hand card to show the arrival of the final coin. There are a variety of ways to clean up this extra coin. If you use a top-it, you can ditch it as you flick the two cards against each other. Another way is to transfer the coin to the left hand so the right hand can be shown ultimately clean, or you could just allow it to slide into the right hand as you throw both cards on the table to conclude my version of Matrix. Many magicians express concern over the vanish of a coin or other object. This matrix routine provides a perfect example of how the psychological tension created by a vanish is resolved by the reappearance of that object, even if the location of that appearance seems impossible. In this case, the vanish and reappearance of the coin should not be isolated. Don't think of vanishing a coin and then trying to hide it. Instead, think of taking a coin and throwing it under the card. So when you reveal the object has arrived, the audience will stop looking for where the coin went because they'll see where it is. This is an amazing adventure into the ins and outs of what magic's all about. And I'll show you exactly what I mean by that. See, if I place this inside of here, now the card is inside of the bill. This is the inside of the card, and if I fold it just like this, now the inside is on the inside, and the outside, of course, is on the outside. But if I fold it this way, now the inside is on the outside, and the outside is on the inside. Of course, there's nothing too magical about that, the way it was just done, but that's only the beginning. Now for the magic. So what we'll do is I'll fold it over so that the inside is on the inside, and there's no question about that. The inside is on the inside. No question. But if I use magic, watch as the inside comes to the outside, turning over while it was inside the center of the bill. Okay? Of course, you can see everything, and I'll do it one more time. What I'll do is I'll fold the bill around the card so that there's no question that the inside is on the inside, the outside is on the outside. Nothing's happened yet, but if I push, you can see that the inside comes to the outside. And when it comes to the outside, of course, the entire outside is there, but when I push it back through, of course, the inside is entirely on the inside again. Until, of course, I do the magic. And, of course, as soon as I do that, the inside comes back to the outside. And that's pretty much how the trick is done. But one final time, here's what I'll do. I'll take the bill, and I'll wrap it around the card. And this time, I'll let there be no question in your mind. The inside is on the inside. And when I push it through, the inside comes to the outside. And when it comes to the outside, it comes to the outside all the way for its entire length until I push it. And just like that, then it comes to the outside for its entire length. Now, the amazing thing is, if I push the inside to the outside and stop it halfway through, so that you can see it on both sides. All I have to do to stop it in mid-process is to fold it back and forth, just like this, and let's see if we can stop it halfway and halfway. If I pinch here, there we see this half is on the outside, and on this half, the inside is on the outside, and you can examine everything, lining up fiber for fiber, hair for hair, just like that. Isn't that weird? What began as a Jeff Busby effect evolved through Roy Walton into cardboard. Bob McAllister was the first to do the effect with one card in the dollar bill. Inspired by the McAllister routine, Howie developed this beautiful handling, originally published by Harry Lorraine in Apocalypse. Began preparing a playing card by tearing it down the center of one long side. Howie tears a little at a time, moving back and forth so ultimately the flaps will hinge smoothly. Also, this minimizes the visibility of the tear. A picture card creates the best visual effect as you perform. Although the bill needs no preparation, a fairly crisp bill with the crease down the center is nice. Hold the face of the bill toward yourself, and by the way, the bill will always face this way every time you display it, with the card beneath the bill, torn side to the left. The left fingers naturally cover the tear on the card as you show both sides. Fold the bill around the card. Note that the upper long side of the face-up card, which is torn, is along the fold of the bill. Fold the card and the bill along with it in half along its length. The face of the card goes inward as you fold the bottom half up. Reverse this fold along the same crease, and you are now ready to perform the effect. For the opening phase, open and separate the card and bill. The card is held face up in your left hand, and the tear is to your left. Show both sides of the bill and card. Then, as the right hand takes the card from the left below the bill, you are set for the secret move. The left hand pinches the far end of the bill, index finger on top, other fingers below. The left hand folds the bill once at its crease around the face of the card. As the outer half of the bill folds down, your left second finger folds the flap of the card along with the bill. This action is completely hidden by the bill, so there's no need to rush. It's a beautiful get ready resulting in the card just like this. Now, fold the card and bill along the center crease, exposing the back of the card. All three phases of the routine start exactly this same way, by secretly folding the flap of the card as you fold the card and the bill together. Turn everything counterclockwise so the card points away from you. Push the card through the bill using either the index finger or thumb, revealing the face of the card as it comes out the opposite side. Throughout the routine, whenever you push the card through the bill, pull it out the other end a bit to expose more of the card. The right hand shows both sides of the card and bill and ends up with the card pointing towards yourself. With the packet in the left hand, you will now perform the Schwartzman Gambit. With your right fingers, reach into the fold of the exposed part of the card and open the portion of the bill and card beneath those fingers. This opens one flap of the card. Without pausing, your right thumb tip goes into the fold of the bill as the left fingers pull the bill open. this will automatically open the extra flap of the card for you. Again, without pause, your right fingers push the card diagonally upward so its outer left corner is exposed. Done in one smooth, crisp action, this is a beautiful and completely deceptive sequence. To conclude phase 1, display everything on both sides, ending up with the right hand holding the card with the thumb along the center and the left hand holding the bill at its outer left corner. For the second phase, do the get ready folding maneuver as in the open phase. This secretly folds the flap of the card as you fold the bill. Fold the bill and card together so the back of the card is visible. Open the outer fold of the bill at its right side and show the card's entire face at the upper end. Fold back to position. Push the card through the bill to reverse it. Again, pulling a little more of the card from the bill as you do. Insert the right fingers into the folding underside of the card, opening the package as you again execute the Schwartzman Gambit to confirm the complete reversal of the card. For the final phase, repeat the opening maneuver to fold the bill and flap of card. Again, fold the card over with the bill inside. So the back of the card is outward, protruding from the front of the bill. Push down, reversing the card. Howie now uses a McAllister handling to display the full length of the face of the card. Place your right thumb tip on the card and press downward. Move the thumb up till it's at the center of the folded bill. Your left fingers then bend back the bill and layers of card that are above or on top of your right thumb tip. Keep your left index finger on top of the bill to prevent this display from going too far. This shows one entire side of the card. Release this portion and prepare for the final reversal. Holding the packet with your right fingers, push the card up and through with the left thumb so the back of the card comes out the top of the bill. Push it back down again, but only part way. So the back of the card shows at the top of the bill, and an equal area of the face of the card protrudes from the bottom. Fold the lower half of the package upward. Crease heavily, because you'll be tearing the card at that point. Open the package and hold it lengthwise with the left hand firmly holding the top of the left side. Your right fingers grasp the exposed part of the card. Pull the card diagonally downward, tearing the right half off completely. Place this folded piece onto the bill. Change position of your hands so that your left fingers can remove the left part of the card. Place that on top of the bill to conclude a wonderful piece of visual close-up magic. Di Vernon used to say, confusion is not magic. The challenge in Star Warp is to be so economical in your processes that the effect itself is crystal clear. Economy of movement and a direct delivery are the best ways to emphasize the magic, while minimizing any potential for perceiving this as merely a puzzle. Do me a favor and examine these 3 coins for me, Bruce. Make sure they're exactly what they seem to be. 3 $50. You have a future at this. Cup both hands together for me just like this, and I'll adjust them just a little bit. Perfect. Now, 3 coins in my clenched fist, but if I pull on his thumb, 1 coin at a time, they'll travel from my hand into his hand. That leaves 2 coins here. 1 coin has traveled. Watch this coin go. It's just by pulling. The second coin travels from my hand into his hand. 1 coin left. I'll do it again exactly the same way as all 3 coins appear magically inside of his hands. This bothers people sometimes, you know, how coins appear in their hands like this. Let me get another coin out, and I'll show you something pretty interesting. Using these 4 coins, what people don't realize is that magicians do a variety of things when they do coin magic. It's not just a matter of making coins appear and disappear. See, quite often what we'll do is we'll take a coin just like this one, and we'll squeeze it until it becomes invisible. And as soon as it becomes invisible, we hang them on sky hooks so that anytime we want, we can reach into the sky and pluck out a coin from thin air. Now, it sounds kind of unusual, and here's exactly what it looks like. What you do is you first make the coins invisible, and as soon as they become invisible, they become light enough so that you can actually hang them onto a hook right in the middle of the sky. Now, that leaves 3 coins left. 1 coin's hung. Watch the next one. Here's what happens. As you squeeze like this, they become invisible. They're too heavy when they're still visible to hang them on a sky hook. That's the reason you'll never see visible coins out hanging in midair. But once they become invisible, they're light enough to actually take and hang onto the center of a sky hook just like this. Now, it leaves only 2 coins behind. Coin number 3 works exactly the same way. All I have to do is squeeze. It becomes invisible. Then I hang it onto a sky hook right there. Now, there's a coin there, there, and there. If I want to take them down, all I have to do is squeeze and toss. And I catch all 4 coins, and they become visible once again. I developed this routine around 1979, and I've gotten tremendous pleasure out of it ever since. The reason I mention the date is so you'll realize that back then I had a thick head of hair. So the success of this effect isn't an issue of hair or lack of it, but more importantly, the nature of the hair, such as thick curls or straight, and the basic shape of the head as well. But regardless of your situation, it will take a little bit of practice before you'll become accurate and comfortable with the method. To perform, you'll need 4 coins, although the audience will only be aware of 3. The extra coin is secretly placed onto your head at the beginning of the effect. I typically do this as I hand the coins out for examination. I'll toss the coins over, retaining 1 in the right hand, handing 3 coins out to be examined, and simply drop the coin onto my head under the cover of a scratch. Retrieve the 3 coins. As you show the spectator how to hold her hands, position 1 coin in the right hand classic palm. Apparently toss the coins into the left, but retain 1 in the right. In a continuing action, adjust the position of the spectator's hands as your left hand closes and moves to the left. The right hand moves over to pull the spectator's right thumb, placing the classic palmed coin directly over their cupped hands. Pull the thumb and release the palmed coin. Open the left hand to show 2 coins. Pick up the first coin from the spectator's palm with your right hand and position it for a classic palm as the right hand turns palm up. In a coordinated movement of both hands, you will close the left hand and move it out of the way as the right hand apparently dumps its coin back into the spectator's hands. Actually, the left hand closes in such a way that one of the two coins is positioned near the little finger opening of the closed fist. Execute an in the hands hang ping chin, allowing the coin to fall from the bottom of the left hand as the right hand turns palm down, retaining the coin in classic palm. The left hand moves to the left as the right hand, once again, pulls the spectator's thumb and releases its coin. To end, retain the coin in the right hand as you execute a fake transfer. Move the left hand over to the far left as the right hand drops to your side. This creates a dilemma for the spectator. They don't know where to look. Most follow the left hand, but the ones trying to catch you will keep their eyes on your right hand. Either way, you win. Just remember to keep your right hand down and away from their hands. As the left hand opens, tilt your head forward, causing the coin to drop into their cupped hands. I assure you, it is a very shocking experience when that final coin appears in their hands. You'll need to practice dropping the coin from your head, but soon it'll become second nature, and you'll have a blast doing this trick. In the 1970s, David Roth created this now classic visual coin effect. Don't let the use of the edge grip intimidate you. You'll see that it's covered in the most natural manner, so take out 4 coins and follow along. The 4 coins are displayed in a fan at the left fingertips. You'll notice that the bottommost coin of the fan is the one nearest your body. The right hand removes the bottom coin and displays it at the fingertips. This should suggest to the audience that all the coins will be taken flat against the fingers. Replace the coin on the bottom of the fan. As you continue to patter, lower the hands so the edges of the coins are parallel with the audience's line of vision. This time, take the bottom coin directly into edge grip. Specifically, the right hand grips the coin by its edges between the thumb and middle fingers. Don't take the coin too deep, but just so the tip of the index finger and thumb can touch after circling the coin. Both hands return to the starting position with the fingers pointing up. Pretend to place the coin into the left hand. In doing so, the left hand mimics the action of taking a coin with the little ring and middle fingers. Immediately close and turn the left hand clockwise so the right hand can take the 3-coin fan between the thumb and middle finger. You'll notice that as long as you keep the hidden coin parallel to the floor, you have more than enough cover. The left hand pretends to hang its coin on a skyhook right in front of their eyes. The right hand openly places its 3 coins from the fan into the left hand one at a time, with the first coin going into left hand finger palm position. Execute a shuttle pass, retaining the coin in left hand finger palm and allowing the 2 coins to join the one that was held in edge grip. From the audience perspective, you confirmed only 3 coins remain and both hands are otherwise empty. The left hand retakes the coins in a fan. Again, take a coin into the right hand edge grip and appear to place it in the left hand. Again, the left hand closes as the right takes the fan between the thumb and middle finger. This time, however, the left hand doesn't make the coin vanish, but displays it and returns it to the fan as it retakes the 3 coins from the right hand. Continuing, the left hand turns so the edges of the coins are again parallel with the audience's line of vision, and the right hand takes another coin into edge grip. This coin goes underneath the one already concealed. The right hand mimes the placement of that coin into the left hand. As before, the left hand seems to close over the coin, and the right takes the two-coin fan between the thumb and middle finger. Place the second coin onto its skyhook. Take one of the two fan coins into the left hand, mimicking the right hand's grip. In matching grips, both hands seem to be completely empty except for the two single coins pinched at the tips of the fingers. This is one of the most deceptive displays in coin magic. Take both coins into the left hand in a fan and repeat the load into edge grip with the third coin. As with the second, the added coin goes to the bottom of the edge gripped stack. Apparently place the coin into the left hand, retake the visible coin between the right thumb and middle finger, and hang the invisible coin onto a skyhook. As far as the audience is concerned, you've just hung 3 invisible coins onto skyhooks, and all that remains is one coin held in the fairest possible display at the tips of the right fingers. For the finale, pretend to scoop up the invisible coins, toss them into the air, follow their flight with your eyes, and then catch them with the right hand to show their return to visibility to conclude David Roth's Hanging Coins. In Incredible Coins Across, you will turn the spectators' expectations and growing suspicions against themselves. Twice, they've experienced the magical appearance of a coin in their own hands, and the only thing they might possibly associate with those appearances is the fact your own right hand was near their hands at that time. I don't think it's unreasonable to credit them for enough intelligence to begin suspecting your right hand at this point. Instead, take advantage of their expectations to surprise them. It's something like booby-trapping the garden path you just know they're going to walk down. In Hanging Coins, the success of the effect depends entirely on the proper use of the edge grip. Remember to keep the edge of the coin parallel with their line of vision, and you'll have no problem keeping them concealed. I had the most incredible experience the other night. I was performing, and right in the middle of the show, I felt this incredible pain right in the center of my back, right in the center of my back. And what it was a safety pin. I guess they must have left it in there when I brought it back from the dry cleaners. But even more amazing than the safety pin in the center of my back was the fact that I found $1 in my pocket after my suit came back from the dry cleaners. Now, you got to admit it, that's unusual. It's the first time I've ever had money in my pocket when the thing came back. So I started to think maybe there's something more to these things than meets the eye. So I'd like you to do me a favor, if you would, please. Unfold that bill. And I'm going to want you to call out the serial number, and I'm going to write that serial number down. Not only that, I'll tell you what was also unusual about this particular, they were giving away free pens. But let's see here. I'm going to make a note here, and just call out the last 3 digits for me.
398.
398. Bruce, would you do me a favor? Hang on to that for me, if you would. And that's going to be our proof positive. Refold it, if you would. Okay. Now I'm going to place the bill right here underneath the corner of the wallet. Now, let's see, the safety pin. All you have to do is follow the safety pin, because if I squeeze like this, I can toss, and the pin itself vanishes into thin air, as opposed to thick air. But let's see here. Now all I have to do is take the wallet, see if I can get this in. Here, I'll just go ahead and place this here. Now the bill itself, all I have to do is take the bill and give it a little flick like this, and it changes visibly into a piece of paper. Not just any piece of paper, but an inspected by number 12 piece of paper, which was unusual because that was the very piece of paper that had been safety pinned to the center of my back. No, what? Is there something back there? Is there something back there? Would you pull on it? Would you see? Make sure. Go ahead and undo the safety pin. Take the bill out. Call out the serial number. Make sure it's exactly what it seems to be.
398.
Is that it? 398? That's what was so unusual. The concept of a pinned object appearing on a magician's back belongs to a magician named Longive. Peter Pitt developed his card-on-back routine, and later, Richard Himber marketed a version of the effect called Triple Winner. Brad Henderson and I began working from Peter's handling and, after several modifications, developed the routine we now present to you. For this effect, you will need the following: 3 $1 bills, 2 of which must be in sequential order serial numbers. These may be obtained from most large banks. 2 large matching safety pins, a breast pocket secretary-type wallet, a Sharpie marker, a pin chain available from any office supply or hardware store, which we'll show you in a moment, a piece of white paper, a regular-sized safety pin, a pair of scissors, rubber cement or a glue stick, black electrical tape, a spool of cotton thread, and a sewing needle. First, we'll prepare the jacket itself. You really need to use cotton thread, which matches the color of the coat you'll be wearing. Monofilament won't work because it's too slick and slides too freely against the coat's material. The thread you use should provide enough resistance as it passes through the material of your coat to support the weight of the bill once it's been set. Pass the thread through the eye of the needle and run the needle through the back of your coat right at the point you want the bill to make its final appearance. Once it emerges from the inside of your coat, pull a link of thread all the way through and then tie the end of this thread to the reinforced seam of your left inner breast jacket pocket. Place the jacket on and pull the thread around your side underneath your arm and bring it into the jacket to a point halfway past the front edge of your breast pocket. It's at this point that the thread will be tied to the pin in a moment. You'll want to mark the thread with a marker for later reference. Cut off the thread, leaving a tail with which to tie the pin. Take a Sharpie marker and clip the arm of the cap onto the thread. Next, take a chain available from any hardware store or office supply and clip it onto the pin. Notice this goes below the thread so as to not interfere with the passage of the thread through the clip. Take black electrical tape and wrap it around the base of the clip, securing that chain in place. A safety pin goes into the reinforced seam of the left breast coat pocket in front of the thread that's anchored in the reinforced seam. Make sure to insert the chain into this pin before securing it. Finally, knot the end of the chain so it doesn't pull through the safety pin. Set the jacket aside and we'll come back to it in just a moment. Now we'll prepare the gimmicked inspection tag. Take a dollar bill and fold it into eighths, first in half, quarters, and then in eighths, and then cut 1/4 quadrant from the bill. Prepare a square piece of paper whose area is 4 times that of the corner section you've just cut. Glue the cut portion of the $1 bill into a 1/4 quadrant of the paper. On the opposite side, draw a large number 12 onto the blank side of the paper. Lastly, we'll prepare the bills themselves. The method of matching the bills is rather diabolical. Go to a bank and obtain a stack of brand new, sequentially numbered bills. This means every digit of the serial number will be identical except for the last digit. Scrape off or erase the final digit from 2 of those bills on each section of the serial number, and you will have a duplicate with the exact same serial numbers. Finally, pin the $1 bill to the large safety pin and tie the thread around the arm of the pin that is exposed at the back of the bill. Then place this bill into the wallet. Notice that the bill is positioned so that when it's pulled free, it will not turn over during its climb up your jacket. It goes inside, face up, right at the base of the overlapped paper, and then close the wallet. Now a few words about the wallet itself. Any type of pocket secretary wallet will work just fine. As I said, you'll notice we've folded back most of the paper in the pad, forming a ridge at the top of the wallet. This way, you can pinch the top of the wallet and still have enough separation for the bill to be pulled free. The props are positioned as follows. The wallet goes into the breast pocket. The pin is next to the pocket. The matching sequentially numbered bill is folded and placed into the right-hand jacket pocket. And the second pin goes into the right-hand jacket pocket as well. The gimmicked piece of paper is folded with just the dollar bill portion showing and is hidden in the left-hand finger palm. At the beginning of the routine, display your back in such a way that it's clear to the audience that there is nothing on your back. It's not good if at the end of your performance someone concludes the bill was on your back all along. Reach into your pocket, bring out the duplicate pin, show it, return it to your pocket as you bring out the folded bill. Hand the bill to a member of the audience, asking him to unfold it. At this point, your right hand removes the wallet and places it into the left hand, which drops naturally to the side. But notice that the hand is holding the end of the wallet, which has the ridge formed by the folded pad of paper. The right hand then reaches into the left breast pocket and removes the pin. Under cover of the free pin gag, you pull the bill from the wallet to the center of your back. Don't worry about the hidden thread being seen. The audience is so enamored with the gag that they never suspect that its sole purpose is to accomplish the integral part of the effect. Remove the cap from the pin with the left hand and have the spectator call out the last 3 digits of the serial number as you write them onto the pad. Tear off the piece of paper and give it to the spectator to hold. Recap the pen and place it into your left breast shirt pocket. The wallet is tossed freely to the table. As you drop the wallet to the table, request that the spectator refold the bill. Take the bill, the right fingertips, and pretend to place it into the left hand. Remember, you've been finger palming the gimmick packet throughout. Place this underneath the edge of the bill, and remember, as far as the audience is concerned, all you've done is taken the bill and placed it under the edge of the wallet, and nothing has happened. This gimmicked packet just rests at the edge of the wallet. Reach into your right jacket pocket to remove the pen and ditch the bill. As far as your audience is concerned, still nothing has happened. The trick hasn't even started, and yet we are already set for the amazing conclusion. The right hand removes the pen from the pocket and pretends to place it into the left hand. Actually, just allow it to pivot back into the right hand. The left hand opens to show the disappearance. Then, the left hand picks up the bill in the wallet, passing the wallet to the right hand, and you ditch the pen as you place the wallet away. The gaffed bill is held between the thumb, middle, and index fingers of the right hand. Notice the index finger goes behind the bill. In shaking the bill, you revolve it, turning the blank side to the audience. Unfold the piece of paper showing the inspected by number 12 tag. At this point, mention how unusual that is, because that was the very tag previously pinned to your back. Turn around, allowing them to get a brief flash of the pinned bill. Act surprised and have someone come up to check the serial numbers. As your back is turned, your right hand can secure the marker, pulling just enough to ensure proper tension on the pen. Ask the spectator to remove the pen and the bill to conclude. If given the proper practice, this effect could become a feature effect in almost any act and performed in almost any arena, from stage to parlor to close-up. As much as anything, this version of the bill on back points out the wisdom of the cliche, if you want to hide something, paint it red. Notice that the key move in the routine occurs right in front of the spectator's eyes. It's so obvious they would never dream that it had a hidden agenda. Also, you are so far ahead, there's no reason to worry as the actual move takes place. Take your time and milk the effect for all it's worth, and you'll have a signature piece in your act suitable for any performing venue. In closing, thank you for another investment of your time, which I hope will reap tremendous returns. This video would not be possible without your support and without the blessings bestowed by the creators of the routines featured here. As a professional magician for over 15 years, I assure you this material is as solid, practical, and powerful as you'll find in the repertoire of any professional magician. Give it the time it deserves, add to it your own personality, and you'll have a miraculous repertoire of money magic.